I'm Darcy Ortiq, your Jeff Davis Parish reporter, standing here in Elton Elementary School that was originally named Katie B. Thomas High School up until 1970 when integration happened.
At the time, beginning there, no. I had no much of an idea about being segregated.
Deborah Livingston Clark attended Katie B. High School between 1957 and 1967. While the school is now named Elton Elementary School, it wasn't integrated when Deborah attended. Back then, black students were in one building while white students were in another.
It didn't really bother me or interfere. We were doing our thing and we were doing the best that we could. We had band, we had basketball team, the band was really good. We traveled, so we thought we had it going on.
In 1957, Deborah's father, the late W.L. Livingston, became the principal and advocated for black students and equal opportunities. Retired science teacher Richard Fuzile started teaching in 1970 when integration began. He tells me he still credits W.L. for his leadership and paving the way for students beyond the walls of the classroom.
He demanded the students to learn and had a good discipline here, and he did a great job with the teachers making sure we did our job. He liked to walk the halls and check.
92-year-old retired home economics and science teacher Cora Alfred tells me she stressed the importance of one thing.
I instilled in them that they were there to get an education. It didn't matter. It wouldn't matter about what color they were.
Now Elton Elementary is under construction, and many of the halls former students once walked will be a distant memory in time. Some former students and teachers tell me that whether KDB High School was integrated or segregated, the community rallied together to support education. I'm Darcy Ortiq, your Jeff Davis Parish reporter in Elton, KATC TV3.
Norris Road near Koto hasn't seen construction since the 70s. I'm Anna Fisher, your Iberia Parish reporter, and I spoke with one resident who lives on this road and is asking if there is more that can and should be done.
It seems to me, like I said, if they couldn't do the whole road, they could maybe just try to do something more with this section because it's always wet. And it's got to cost money to keep sending people out here to fill holes.
Deborah Perron has lived on Norris since its initial paving. She tells me the road is in desperate need of a makeover and has been for years. But every time she reaches out to the parish's public works department,
they would tell us that we're on top of the list, but there's no money. And they've been telling us that for the last several years.
Due to flooding and poor drainage in the area, the Perrons believe the limestone and asphalt often do more harm than good.
I think it's dangerous because people that don't slow down, they go in the ditch if they don't slow down for that curve, and I'm sure the limestone doesn't help.
That's why the family is calling for a change.
The officials need to come up with plans to have a special tax passed or something.
We are totally aware of the road conditions in Iberia Parish. The problem is we don't have the funding to overlay the road.
According to Richard, the solution may only be a couple months away.
What we're trying to do here in April is come up with a dedicated fund for roads.
Richard tells me that there's currently $40 million worth of road repairs and overlays that need to be done. That's why he says a 0.75% 10-year sales tax will be on the April 27th ballot.
That tax is called for the constructing, improving, and maintaining roads and streets in the unincorporated area of Iberia Parish only. All of the people that say, well, my road, my road, my road. Well, I get it, but you need to understand, we need your help.
If you have concerns about a road in your area, contact your local representatives or go to katc.com for more information. Reporting for Iberia Parish, I'm Anna Fisher, KATC TV3.
Well, chilly temperatures tonight and for the start of our Mardi Gras. Plus, everybody's asking, are we done with the freezes? We'll have answers coming up right after the break. Welcome back. Well, a nice one out there today. Breezy and cool. It's going to be chilly tonight and chilly for our start for Mardi Gras, but overall not looking too bad. Temperatures in the mid to upper 30s tomorrow morning. Will top out in the upper 50s, lower 60s, more than likely with lots of sunshine and eventually some showers later this week, mainly Friday, hopefully ending by Saturday. Before then, we're going to get milder again, but then we'll chill down again for the weekend. But the number one question I'm getting, are we going to see any more freezes? So let's get to it and talk about, let's look at the state first. The average last freeze frost date in the northwestern part of the state is right around mid-March. So you don't want to plant until you get well into March as you get into the northern part of the state. But as you get into Acadiana, anytime from right about now, February 15th through about the first week of March. And that's why I usually tell folks, now we don't have any freezing temperatures in the forecast. I don't see any for the rest of the month. I don't see any in March, but we can have a surprise. January, that big outbreak, we didn't see it until about 9 to 12 days out. So we're more than 9 to 12 days out from the first week of March. So you may want to hold off for another weekend or two or take your chances. But right now, we don't see freezing temperatures, although we could get down into the low to mid 30s come Sunday morning, maybe Monday morning behind the next weather system. That's out here in the west. This one, though, is the more important one, at least in the near term. Still producing rain, snow on the back end in northeastern Arkansas into western Tennessee, and winter storm warnings in the big northeast, where they're expecting maybe upwards of a foot of snow just north and west of, say, the New York City area. But it's going to be a little bit of a snowstorm, and one of the bigger ones the Northeast has seen maybe in the last couple of years. They haven't seen much snow with milder winters of late. Here close to home, nice breeze coming in as high pressure is building in. We had some wraparound clouds close to home, but they are eroding. They're moving out, and we are expecting clear skies tonight. Mid to upper 30s by daybreak tomorrow, and then tomorrow afternoon we'll get into the lower 60s with high pressure nearly overhead. So wall-to-wall sunshine. Make sure you use the sunblock or a hat, no matter what your skin type. You can get a burn this time of year, and a lot of folks will be outside for a good period of time tomorrow. Chilly tomorrow night, lower 40s, and then as we head into Thursday afternoon, we'll see readings getting back into the milder mid to upper 60s. We hold closer to the upper 40s to lower 50s for Thursday morning, and Thursday afternoon pushing the mid to upper 60s. Overnight tonight, though, just above the frost zone. Enough wind that we're not going to have frost, but tender vegetation Alexandria on northward probably needs some attention. Then we'll get upper 30s to near 40 along the I-10 corridor, and pretty much the same across the coastal areas. And then pretty uniform temperatures across the board tomorrow afternoon. Will favor lower 60s for northern portions of Acadiana, the I-10 corridor, and the coastal parishes as well. So overnight tonight, clear skies. Bundle on up if you're heading on out to the parade. We are looking at fair skies. That breeze diminishing later on this evening, so there'll be a little wind chill at least early this evening. Quiet start to our day. The birds are starting to come back as well. Chilly start, but a mild finish for our Mardi Gras. And you can hear the crowds in the background. Wall-to-wall sunshine. Temperatures topping out tomorrow in the lower 60s with light north to north-northeast winds. And as we move into the 10-day forecast, 67 on Wednesday, 70s on Thursday with clouds coming back in. Few scattered showers. I'm not looking at much rain, quarter inch or less for Friday night maybe, ending early Saturday. Thereafter, smooth sailing again. And after a chill down this weekend, we'll see milder temperatures returning mid to late next week. That's it for weather for now. We're going to have more coming up right after the break.
It feels like for many, the prices keep going up. And for parents in our community, it can be hard to keep spending money on essentials like diapers and bottles, making it overwhelming. I'm Christina Mondragon, your Lafayette Parish reporter, and I'm here at the Lafayette Parish Public Health Unit, where the first ever Nurturing Nook is hoping to ease those financial worries.
It's getting higher every day, too.
For parents like Marissa Jenkins, who has a 2-year-old daughter, Royalty Grace, and is expecting another baby girl in April, she remembers how expensive it was to keep up with her baby's essentials.
I would say anywhere between $300 and $500 a month, you know, as far as paying for food, if she needs clothes, if there's a medication that insurance just doesn't cover. But things like that, yeah, it definitely adds up. She needed a new car seat. That was ridiculous. You know, like It's a good bit of money.
According to the National Diaper Network, the average price for a pack of diapers was $16.54 in 2019, and last year the price going up by $5, hitting around $21.90. The Nook can help those who care for children grab some last-minute supplies. Jenkins tells me that the baby supply pantry is something all parents can benefit from.
This will be great for when the other baby gets here, because she'll be here in a couple months. And having something like this, if I'm, say if I'm not able, if I'm just ran out of the last bit of money because things have been so tight lately with inflation, I can come here and say, hey, my little one doesn't have any diapers. Can y'all help me out?
And for those parents who might be hesitant to use the Nook for fear of judgment.
What I've learned is, as mothers, we are our own worst critics. Oftentimes, I'll be up late at night asking myself, why am I not a better mom? Why can't I do more? If you're having those thoughts and you're having those questions, you're a good mom. Because if you weren't, you wouldn't care. So try to care less what other people think and work on your opinion of yourself, because ultimately that's going to be what lifts you up or brings you right back down and keeps you there.
The Nook is located here in the lobby of the health clinic and runs on a take-what-you-need system. The family tree will also restock the Nook every now and then for any parents needing the extra help. Reporting in Lafayette Parish, Christina Mondragon, KTC TV3.
I'm John Matteries. In these inflationary times, we have some great ways to save money on Valentine's Day and still show that you care. That story coming up. Whether you're buying diamond earrings or a bouquet of flowers, Valentine's Day costs can really add up. But there are ways that you can show your loved one that you care without overspending. Here at Adrian Durbin Florist, there's good news for romantics. The roseflation we've seen the past few years has finally subsided.
They've leveled off. In some cases have gone down a little bit.
But with a dozen long stem roses still running close to $100, owner Carrie Durbin says some shoppers may want to consider other flowers.
Some people just like carnations and daisies, something simple like that.
Floral designer Miriam Rasumi agrees.
The lilies are a really fun option as an alternative.
U.S. consumers are planning to spend $25.8 billion on Valentine's Day.
Catherine Cullen of the National Retail Federation says the average person will spend $186 on their loved ones for the holiday this year.
That includes gifts for everyone from your special someone to your pet.
Among the most popular presents,
jewelry, flowers, and of course, planning a special evening out.
The classics are classic for a reason.
Shay Simmons writes for Simple Most Media and Don'tWasteYourMoney.com. She suggests skipping the big box of chocolates and writing a heartfelt note instead. Another top trend, booking a romantic getaway.
We're leaning a little bit more away from material and to a little bit more of experiences.
To see some fun options Shay and her team put together, pull out your phone and open the camera app. Once you scan the code on your screen, you'll be able to browse the top Valentine's Day deals with presents for every price point for your partner, family, and friends.
Keep in mind who you're purchasing for.
Thinking outside the box can save you a bundle.
Something a little different.
And that way you don't waste your money. I'm John Matteries.